Welcome Cassowary Coast to CCAN's weekly segment for our 2019 August 22nd newspaper edition. We look forward to showing you a few highlights that are in last week's newspaper. We here in the Cassowary Coast community feel that it's important to be speaking directly with people in cities about the concerns that we are facing. We are feeling very unheard and would rather that you heard about our experiences directly from members of our communities. Rural areas need the help of people in the cities. There now appears to be a culture in Australia that does not prioritise the needs of people in rural areas. The Cassowary Coast community has a strong mix of people from different backgrounds with different perspectives on a range of topics. We here at the CCIN want to give an opportunity for the different groups in our community to be able to discuss different topics. Next week, CCIN will be delving deeper in our weekly segment, and the topic we would like to discuss is the new legislation being imposed on our sugarcane farmers due to reports that the Great Barrier Reef is being smothered by the mud and sediment produced by farms. We look forward to delving deeper next week. If you like an article and would like to see more content, please subscribe to the app in either Google Play or Apple, or purchase a newspaper from your local distributor. Hundreds of punters took advantage of the glorious weather and flocked to the Innisfail Turf Club Banana Industry Race Day last Saturday for the 6th race program. The annual event was sponsored by Australian Banana Growers Council. Stephen Lowe, the chair of Banana Growers Council, said the Innisfail Banana Race Day is a fantastic way to bring the banana community together. It's been a highlight on the local calendar for many years. Not only is it a chance to put on your best banana outfit, it's great to catch up with the merchants and agents from day-to-day business. On top of that, it's an opportunity for our industry to support and say thank you to the Cassowary Coast community more broadly, and the massive thank you goes to the organising committee for their efforts in putting on another wonderful event. Throughout the afternoon, the judging of the junior boys and girls fashions took place, followed by the pre-judging of the fashions on the field and presentation of the overall winners in a number of different categories, including a backpack of fashions on the field. There was plenty of drama in the third race, QTIS maiden plate over 120 metres, which was won by October Storm, ridden by jockey Rachel Shred, and trained in Mareeba by Mearns. After a protest for interference by the jockey of the second place horse, which was eventually dismissed. This week we spoke with Andrea Simmons, founder, director and CEO of the Australian Anti-Ice Campaign, AAIC. A millionaire by the time she was 21. Andrea didn't fit the stereotype of a drug addict. Nearly 20 years later, she got divorced and flew to Melbourne and pursued a relationship with someone from her past. One night, he offered her a smoke of his pipe and said the magic words, "You trust me, don't you?" That stare started a downward spiral that went on for 2 years. She pawned furniture, mortgaged her 3 houses, and sold her $30,000 Mercedes convertible for just $20,000, just so she could buy ice. Then she maxed out her 3 credit cards with a $75,000 limit, all to pay for her $500 a day habit. She told us, "I was stuck in the world of ice, and I didn't even think anything existed outside of that world. The only thing that mattered was the next hit." She manipulated people, she lied, she stole food from Coles just to eat, and she descended into a world of psychotic episodes and paranoia where the government was monitoring her through her TV and through drones flying around her windows, which she blacked out. Ice was no longer stabilizing her, so her dealer gave her something called G. She told us G is a horse tranquilizer. Some places call it fantasy, but it's basically for putting horses down. He told me it would make me feel better, so I downed it. Right away, I stopped breathing, I felt blackness, I felt my heart in my throat, and I stared at the ceiling and I thought, if there is a God out there, please take me, and I'm sorry for what I've become. This is not what I wanted to be. I'm destroying myself. A few days later, outside a vandalized church, she saw a light through the cross. A voice told her to book a flight home to the Gold Coast. The travel agent told her the flight would cost $76, and that was the exact amount she had in her account. It took her 18 months to fully recover. Next week, we'll talk about why she decided not to end her life and to fight for others instead. Tally woman Myrna Wickens reported in after the World Roller Derby Championships in Barcelona, where the Aussie women finished in the silver medal position. Roller derby is a sport dominated by the Americans, and that made Wickham eager to give her best effort against them. How often do you get a chance to go up against the best in the world? In the early matches, the Aussies went against China, India, and Spain, winning overwhelmingly against the first two and having a tighter match against Spain, who had the home crowd cheering them on. The match against the Americans went well, but predictably, the Americans won easily. This set up a semi-final against Spain, which went like the previously match, with Australia winning in a tight one, setting up the final against the overwhelming favourites, the USA. This was the one Wickham wanted. The American team was the best of the best, and that's who you want to play, she said. We knew it was going to be hard, but also awesome, win or lose. It went as predicted, and the Americans beat Australia 224-70. But Wickham took the defeat well because she felt they had skated a great match. The Americans are just too big a challenge, but we felt we skated our best against them. That made us proud. On the men's side, the Aussies also did well, coming third and getting the bronze medal.